Good morning, everybody. Good morning, MMR. Good morning to you. Sorry, due to the unstable network, that was why I was able. But yes, the network is back, so we're back at it away. We push it the same way we've been doing it. We're going to be doing it like that again. Okay. So, to everyone online, to everyone from Aditunji Olalekan Said, Adeyemi Olalekan, Adiza Usman, okay, Ajenifuja Dele Adeleye. I can see Bulus, I can see Chinedu, Dayo, Eddie, Matthew. I can see Godswill Obuwuma, Idris Badamasi, Muftau, Abiodun, see Jonathan, Ojelabi Sunday, Oko Agnes, Oladele. I can see Rotimi Abejoye, Sam, Echiebe, Sikiru, Tolu, Olusanya. I can see Williams, Aja. I can see Yusuf Adibayo Rashid. I can see Yusuf Rashida. Now, to every one of you online together with me, I'm saying a very good morning. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly go to the chat section. Just drop it on the chat box. Good morning. Good morning. So I will know that, yes, you can hear me loud and clear. You can just drop loud and clear. Okay, Mr. Adeyemi Olalika is saying good morning. So it means he can hear me from his side. So therefore, if you're unable to hear me from your own end, it means it's not from the issue or the fault is not from my own end. It could be as a result of your location. So please and please, if you're not hearing me clearly from your own end, kindly change your position so you'll be able to hear me clearly. All right. Okay. I can see Adeyemi Olalika is still saying loud and clear. You very much for that, Mr. Adeyemi Olalekan. All right, so we're moving to the real deal. Today, what we feel is going to be happening in the market. We'll try most likely move towards either up or down on the chart. And before we do that, we'll also look at what is happening fundamentally and see what is going to happen today to know if the market is going to be moving, if there's going to be a volatile news that could move the market, that could change this tide or sway in the market. Okay, so first thing first, I'll be sharing my screen with us so we'll be able to see what it's on. Okay, so please and please, Mr. Sikiru, I can see that you've triggered on your video. Please kindly remove yourself from that video so it's not going to be disturbing the chat and I'll be able to do what I'm supposed to do. Thank you very much, Mr. Sikiru. Okay, all right, so while that is being done, let's then move on to the real deal. Okay, so move on. I'll be sharing my screen now, so we'll see what is happening fundamentally. Mr. Sikiru, please kindly remove the video, please. Your face is distorting what I'm doing. Thank you. Okay. Now I'll be sharing my screen fundamentally, so we need to look at what is happening in the market. Okay. Okay. Let me just I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Okay. Now we should see my screen in the next few seconds. All right. And I believe we can all see my screen from where you are from your location. So yes, today we're expecting some high impact news. But before now, let's look at yesterday. Let's look at the news that came up yesterday. Yesterday, we had news coming out on GBP for the monetary policies, their interest rates and the like. And yes, their interest rate was reduced by 25 basic points, which was bad for the currency. And you discovered that instrument like GBP JPY, GBP USD, they all went down. And Euro GBP went up. The news came out bad for GBP. Then the unemployment claims showed that the information that was also released was bad for the US economy. The 219,000 people claiming not to be employed. Now, that also affected the USD because as of that moment, USD card sold in the very moment that news came. So it was negative for USD. Then we now have IVPMI. It came out -2 for CAD. You understand? It also did its own little move in the market. Apart from that, then we now had speeches coming up by 8:30 p.m. by member Waller. Then the Bank of England, Governor Bailey also spoke. And you see all these for the mere fact that his speech too also it's also going to move the market. That's that for that particular news. That's for yesterday. But one way or the other, we also discovered that yes, this market actually, or this information actually moved the market. Okay, so we're going to be looking at what is going to be happening today. Let's see how it's going to be for today's news that is going to be released. Okay, let's look at it. Meters. Okay. Yes, today we are going to be having news come up by 2:30 on Canadian dollars. And we're also going to be having news coming up on the USD. That's for the non-farm payroll, NFP, you understand? After which by 4 p.m. we have the prelim University of Michigan consumer sentiment and the inflation expectation. These are informations that will be released by 2:30. And the real truth is this market is going to be moved. You understand? This market is going to move today based on the information that is coming, because these are high impact information that is going to really, really move the market. It's going to really, really move the market. So yes, we need to look at what is going to be happening. Yes, let's see. So employment change, unemployment rate for the Canadian dollars, then USD, we're talking about average hourly earnings. Now, as we all know, depending on what the actual brings out, if the actual comes out green, it means the information is good for that particular currency and we should buy it, because the information that is going to be coming out on this instrument that we are seeing, CAD and USD, as of that moment are the base. And just like we all know, the base of any currency pair determines the market price, determines what happens, whether the market price is going to go up or come down. You understand? The major thing is the market price is on them. The base determines whether the market is going to buy or sell. So now the instrument is CAD, and for CAD, being that is the base, it's going to determine where the market price is going to go. And for USD, it's the same way it is. So it's going to determine whether the market will go up or go down. You understand? So yes, let's see how it's going to happen by 2:30. Nobody knows what is going to happen until the news is what is released. Yes, nobody knows what is going to happen until the news is what is released. Yes. So that's for that anyway. So we'll be expecting, and hopefully the market moves in our direction. You understand? Whichever direction we expect it to go. If you're expecting it to go up, once the actual comes out and you see it come out as green, what we all buy. And if you're seeing it as red, we all sell. You understand? But hopefully it moves in our direction and we're able to make something out of it. That's for that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what is going to be happening technically. And we all know the deal. For us, we look at it based on what we'll start with currency pairs like Euro USD, then we move to USD CAD and the likes. And hopefully, yes, we'll be able to touch that, everything to commodities and to indices. Then we'll come back to the side of you asking your own questions or dropping your instrument to know which direction you expect it. Let's do our own analysis on it to see which direction the market will most likely towards, either up or down on the chart. Okay, so let me start with currencies. Let me just now, I'm going to be sharing my screen so we'll see that. Start with currencies. Okay. Okay. Euro USD. Euro USD. And based on what we're seeing as on this market now, this is on my 1 hour time frame. Let's see what exactly the market is doing. Let's see what exactly is happening in this market. Based on what we're seeing now, we discover that price has actually been moving up on Euro USD. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit, then we'll see. Can you see price has actually been moving up? That is, invariably is telling us that euros has been gaining strength for a while now. In fact, based on what we're seeing, this is on my daily time frame too. You discover that price of euros has gone up against the USD. This is on my H4 too. The same thing is showing here. Price has actually gone up to a particular high here now. Price has gone up for a while. You understand? So what are we expecting? Let's look at it based on what we're seeing on the 1 hour time frame, because this is where our price is now currently, and price has actually formed a zone at this point. This is our supply zone. And as of now, again, based on what we're seeing on 1 hour time frame, okay, based on what we're seeing on our 1 hour time frame, discover that this is also at a demand zone around this point. But if we want to make it tight, okay, we can actually pull it up to this extent. Yes, price has actually respected this point. You understand? From this point down to this point, back up. So basically, because today there's going to be news, you understand, traders around the world to also be a little bit skeptical about placing trades and the likes. But as it is now, I'll kindly advise we wait, you understand. If price is able to push above this particular point, break above this zone here, then you can go for your buy. But if that does not happen, if price gets to this point and it gets rejected, I'm expecting price to do what? To drop, you understand? But yes, price got to this particular high and had a pullback. Now is pushing up. So there could be every possibility that price is going to break above this particular zone here. But how do we know? We wait. That's just the key. You wait. You know, in technicals, we say waiting is a what? Is a strategy. So yes, until price is able to break above this particular session, you understand? Don't go for a buy. If price breaks above it successfully and continue and has a retest and it still remains at this same zone, is unable to come back into this point, then it should go back. But if price respects this particular session, it's going to drop. It's going to what? It's going to drop. That's the only reason why price can might not be able to push up. If it holds, if price, this zone is able to hold the movement of price, then we expect it to drop. So, oh, sorry. I was analyzing gold. I'm sorry. Let's go back to say Euro USD. I'm sorry. Start with that. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, so Euro USD it is. Euro USD it is now. Okay. Euro USD it is. So yes, we discovered that price gapped down at this point and price has covered up for it. You understand? When it covered up for it, it got to this particular zone here and it respected that point. Yes, respected this zone. So then it respected the zone that was formed around that part. Okay. Let's see if I could, yes. Based on what we're seeing, let me zoom out so we'll see it clearly. Now you see, price respected this point. After it gapped down, then got to this point, created a zone there. Then after which, around this point now, this is where price is. This is where price is around this point. Okay, so price is actually a little bit moving sideways as of this morning. If you look at it, it's more or less like it's not giving us a definite direction as of now. But if we're going to follow it based on trend, it's more or less like it's coming down. So let's look at what price is going to do. If we look at it based on what we're seeing on trend from this point, it's still like this, you understand? So that's that. But I don't think that is really valid fully. You understand? So let's wait and see what price wants to do. Is it that price wants to go up or down? Wait and see. If it's able to break above this particular section successfully, then fine. But if that does not happen, then we what? Wait. Wait and see what price wants to do exactly. You understand? Let's wait and see what price wants to do. You understand? We can't just go for an instant buy or an instant sell now, because currently where price is resting is not giving us any definite direction. It's not giving us any definite direction. Before we can even decide that we want to go for a buy, we need to hold on and see, is price going to get to this particular session? Is price able to get to this particular session in the box? You understand? In this particular session, if price is able to get into this box and break above it, then price is coming back up. But if that does not happen there, it's not going to go there. It's going to go back down, and it could come back to this particular session. So we should wait for price. This is on Euro USD, and it's on my 1 hour time frame. Okay, so move to USD card. Let's move to USD card. All right, so on USD card, look at what price is doing currently. Okay, so based on what we're seeing, this is on my 15 minutes time frame, and yes, basically we could still expect price to go down, push down. I'm still expecting it to push down. So now this is what makes it interesting. Now, if this price is able to get down, you understand, and close below this particular section successfully, we can go for our sell. You understand? If it closes below this particular section successfully, we can go for our sell, because there will be this particular zone now becomes broken, and there could be a continuation move for price till it gets down to this point. But yes, let's not forget that today there's going to be what? There's going to be news, and the news is coming on USD. NFP, and it's a strong news, a volatile news, which can sway the tides in the market. So because of that, we need to what? Very careful in placing our trades. You understand? So hold on for price to break below this section successfully, then you can go for your sell. But if that does not happen, if price is still resting or waiting at this particular session, you wait for it. That's just the real deal. You have to wait. Waiting is a strategy when it comes to trading technically. So on USD card, this is on my 15 minutes time frame. Let's wait to see what price wants to do. Yes, so that's that on USD card. So let's look at GBP USD. Let's go and look at GBP USD. Okay, let's look at GBP USD. With us. Okay, this is GBP USD. Basically, what is happening on GBP USD? It's almost like what happened on Euro USD. Discovered that price gapped down, but it covered for it, went up, came back down. You understand? More or less like getting back to this whole, like 50% of the whole movement it did before it got to this high. Now again, it's now staying in between. You understand? Around this point now, price is a little bit choppy. Steve, you understand? Traders are being careful, because there's going to, one of the reasons is because of the massive news that is coming out today. So traders are already careful. You understand? And today happens to be a Friday too. That might not be a full reason, but yes, at some point too, you're looking at it like today the market is going to end and everything. But all in all, it's still in the morning. So yes, price could still move. But at the same time, for us to know if price is going to move, we need to hold on. There's a zone around this point. There's a zone around this point. So we need to be very careful about it too. Calm on this. Okay, let's see. This is another zone here. So what we're saying is price is trying to push up here. If price is able to break above this particular section at the top, then it's going to move up. But if that does not happen, it could go back down. You understand? If that does not happen, price could go back down. If price is able to, if this zone is able to hold down price, then there could be a reversal back. You understand? There could be a reversal back to the downside. But if that is not the case, if it's able to break above it, then maybe it has a retest and this same point is holding price. Then we could see price shooting up to the high side. You understand? We could see price moving up to the high side. Okay, that's that on GBP USD. Let's look at USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay, this is USD JPY. USD JPY. All right, let's see what is happening in this market. This is on my 1 hour time frame. Yes, I remember sometimes ago, I think I was discussing on that was what, but that's why you're able to see some of this the trend line and the horizontal line here saying if price is able to break above this section and to go up, which it did, then after that it came back and it expected the trend for a while until it broke below it. And now you can see that price is trying to gain strength again. This is on JPY. Now look at what it's doing. Around this point, there's a rejection. There's a strong rejection. In fact, from this point, there's been a strong rejection, pushing price back up, saying, hey, go back up. You understand? Now, because the rejection is there, pushing the price back to go up. Now, price has gotten to this point. Also, another point here. So, if price is able to break above this point successfully, there's just a little zone here. If price breaks above it, it could come back to retest this trend. You understand? And we all know this trend is a strong point to wait for it to see what is going to happen. But if that is not the case, price will come back down. And based on what we've been seeing for a while, let me zoom out so we'll see. Price has actually been moving down on USD JPY. You understand? Based on the trend we're seeing, price has been moving down from here. It came down to this point. Then another sharp movement down. You understand? So still expecting price. Depending if JPY is actually strong, then we could see USD going down technically if JPY is actually strong. And also, if we look at it in the Asian part of the world, there have been some little struggles between the US economy and then based on tariffs and the like. So these are part of the things that could actually affect this market technically, showing it to either go down or go back up. You understand? So for this particular market, USD JPY, based on what we're seeing, we should hold on and see maybe price is going to break above this section. And if price is able to break above it, then we could see price pushing up to the upside. You understand? Based on the downward trend that it has been on for a while. But if that is not the case, it could still continue moving down. You understand? Okay. So that's that on USD JPY. Let's see USD CHF. USD CHF. All right. I'm with us on this. Let's look at it. All right. USD CHF. Now, looking at it, zooming out, we discovered that this whole movement has actually been more, this is on my 1 hour time frame. It's been just between these 2 points. This is point 1, and this is point 2. You understand? Sort of had a little push down. In fact, let me pull it down. Okay. So at some point, it was more of a double top around this point, and that was what battered this drop in price down. You understand? A double top is more, the next thing we should expect from it is what? A sell. And if it's a double bottom, the next thing you expect is a buy. So this has happened. Now price is trying to push back to the upside based on what we're seeing. You know, price went up from here. Around this point, the structure got broken, came down. Now it's trying to push another way up. Okay, so let's zoom in and see what is happening. Based on what we're seeing now, we're seeing that price is trying to push up because at some point this play is actually created a strong zone for price. So it means this point is a demand zone for price now. This point is the demand zone for price. Around this point is also a supply zone. And we can see as of now, price is struggling around that part. In fact, it has respected the zone that is here. And that's why you're seeing this bearish candle that is forming on candle 0. Basically, currently what we are seeing, but you know, there's still more time and it could break above it and move up. But until that is done, nobody knows what it's going to do. So what we'll do is we could hold on for price around this point. If price is able to break above this point successfully and close above it, then we could see price moving up. But if that is not the case, if price is respecting this zone, it could come back down. You understand? In fact, some of the places we might have another zone is this. If it's coming down, you could have another zone up here. There could be a zone around this point holding it. You understand? So if it comes down to this point, If it does not break this point, then we could see a reversal back to the upside and a continuous movement, you understand? But if that is not the case, if it's able to break below this point, then it's coming down, down, down. That's that on USD CHF, okay? Let's look at another instrument. Let's see. Let's look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY. Okay, let's look at GBP JPY. Look at GBP JPY. All right, so on GBP JPY, we discovered that price is currently trying to push up because price got to a demand zone and there's been a rejection around that demand zone. Now price is trying to push back to the upside from this demand zone. You understand? Look at it here. Price is trying to push back from this demand zone. And yes. So before we can go for, if you really want to buy on GBP JPY, before you can go for that buy, wait for price to break above this particular zone here. Wait for price to break above this particular zone. This is it. I'm coming. Wait for price to break above this zone here. There's a zone around this point. If price is able to break above it successfully, then we can go for our buy. But if that is not the case, you wait. So let's hold on for price. Even if you want to go for a buy, let it break above this particular zone successfully. Then we can go for our buy. But if that is not the case, we what? We wait. We have to wait if that is not the case. You understand? That's that on GBP JPY. Okay. Okay. So let's look at commodity now. We'll go to commodity now. Let's go to commodity now. On commodity, we'll look at gold. Let's look at gold. Yes, just like I said on gold. So if we look at gold, basically what it did, early hours of this morning, gold came down. If you look at it, early hours of this morning, after it got to a particular height here, gold came down. Then now, as of this morning, it's trying to push back up. In fact, well, just like we know, we all know that gold reacts to dollars because in the international market, gold is paired with dollars. So whenever dollars is strong, you see gold selling, and once dollars is weak, you see gold buying. And for a while, gold has actually been buying, even though dollars too has been strong to some extent. And like we all know, gold is a safe haven. You discover a lot of time that investors around the world, they look at gold as their safe haven. Maybe there's there's more of a tension politically in the Middle East, and like investors will pull out their money from oil and begin to invest in gold because that gives them the exact strength it has on other like the same value they will get on oil is what they will get on gold. You understand? So basically, what we are seeing now is got to this particular high, rejected down. Now it's getting up again. So even if you're going to, as of this point, let's hold on. Don't go for any buy because yes, price could move up to this point and even get rejected. You understand? And once as far as it's unable to break this point, it's expected for price to get back down. So let's wait and see what price wants to do exactly before we move. Let's wait and see what price wants to do before we take a bold step. If price is not giving us any good indication, we do what? We wait. If price is not giving us any good indication, we do what? Wait. But once it gives us a direct move, then we can follow. And just like, you know, because today happens to be day of NFP, and NFP is one news that affects gold very well. So we need to hold on and see what is going to happen. You understand? Before you go, if you don't have a clear cut or clear information of direction, don't go. Don't go into it. We need to be risk cautious, right? Okay, so the next instrument we're going to be looking at is oil. Let's go to oils. Yes. This is on oils. Oils. Okay. I'm on oils now. Please, Mr. Oguchi, Emmanuel Adams, please kindly remove yourself from video. Kindly remove yourself from video. Thank you. All right. So This is on oils, and on oils, basically we discover that price has actually been going down, and it's been expecting this trend for a while. This is on my 4-hour time frame. Price has been expecting the trend for a while. In fact, let's make it like this way. Let's see. Okay. Price has been expecting this trend. So even if oil is going to go up, to get to this trend and it will what? Respect it. If we get to this trend and what? Respect it, then there could be a reversal back to the downside. Let's hold on and see what price is going to do. You understand? Because it's close to this trend. So if price gets to this trend and it gets rejected, then we're expecting oil to do what? To sell. But if it's able to break above this particular session, then price could push up on oil. There could be a strong push on oil on the bull side, you understand? There could be a strong push. But basically, if you look at it, it's been giving us more of a downtrend on the 4 hours. And let's look at it on my 1-hour time frame and see. Okay, even on the 1-hour time frame, it's still expecting that session to came down at a point, broke this zone down, now has pushed back to the upside. So, okay, let me make it a little free now. So let's see. Let's adjust it based on what we're seeing newly now. Can you see? So if you're looking at it from this point, yes, price got to this particular session and it has respected that zone and is going back. So whatever it is price is doing, price could push up to this side, or there could be a rejection around this point and it continues going down. You understand? So let's wait and see. Let it break above or below any of these zones before we take a direction, before we can pick a direction. That's my take on oil. You understand? That's my take on oil. But yes, it could push up based on what we're seeing. Okay, that's that on oil. All right. Let's look at wheat. Look at wheat. Let's look at wheat. Now, this is wheat. Basically, we discovered that wheat is on a high side. Now, wheat is on a high side. Okay, wheat is on a high side. And it has, based on what we're seeing, price is now rejected around that particular zone. Price is rejected around this zone, and you can see that price is coming down. But before we can say that, let's see a good movement. Before we can even go for sale, let's wait for price to go up to around like 50% of this part. Then we can now say, yes, we want to follow. But if that is not the case, let's hold on and see. Because basically, on what we're seeing on 1-hour time frame, on wheat, price has actually been moving up for a while on wheat on my 1 hour now. Yes, discovered that it came down at some point, but now it's rejecting back to the upside. So let's wait and see. Based on what we're seeing, on where price is, we should, it could respect that point and go down. It could respect it and go down, because we discover all the time the price got to this particular point where it is, price came down. Yes, price came down. So we could look at it and say, based on what we're seeing the last time, it could go back down. But remember that at some point, price broke it and went up. You understand? So unless price is able to go above that particular zone again, that's when you say, okay, fine, price is going to go up and breaks above it and waits there. But basically, if price is to respect this zone based on what we've seen, it could continue the bearish movement moving down. You understand? So let's wait and see. Let it give us that full bearish move. If it's able to move up to 50%, even below this particular candle here. You understand? This is below candle 7. Yes, if it's able to move below candle 7 successfully and close below candle 7, I feel price is going to go down on wheat. But if that does not happen, then there could be a reversal. But basically on wheat, I'm expecting a bearish movement on wheat. I'm expecting a bearish movement on wheat. Okay, so yes, let's move to indices. Indices. All right, on indices, this is US30. And basically, you're looking at US30 now, you discover that around this point, okay, let me see. Let's do this. There we are. Yes. Based on this trend that we are seeing now, price actually moved up a little bit. Now it's close to this part, except if this price is going to break below this zone. But as of this morning, we discovered that price is a little bit steep, and that is not happening. And basically what I'm saying, I'll pitch my tent with the bulls on this particular market, US 30. I'll pitch my tent with the bulls on US 30. I'll pitch my tent with the bulls on US 30. I'm expecting price to go up. But yes, we need to hold on and see what price wants to do. Is it going to go down and break below this zone? If it breaks below this zone and closes below this zone, there could be a retest, and if it's unable to go back into that particular zone, then there could be a continuation in the bearish movement. But if it's able to respect this particular zone, then we could have a reversal back to the upside. Price could move up, continue moving up to the upside. You understand? That's that on US 30. And just like I said, based on my own opinion, on my own bias, I'm pitching my tents with the bulls. Yes, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. Now let's look at US 100. US 100 is actually close to a high, another a supply zone. US 100 is close to a supply zone. So I'll kindly advise we hold on for it. If price should get to this point and gets rejected, it could go back down. Or, but basically on indices, like we all know, indices is more of a buying instrument. So price could go above and break above this zone, and the movement could continue like that. You understand? So before you do anything, before you go for a buy, wait for price to break above this zone and close above it successfully before you can go for your buy. Before you can go for your buy, you understand? Okay. All right. I can see somebody just dropped a question. POHRK2 says, why do you only use 1 hour to do your analysis? No daily, no 4 hours. Yes, I do use daily and I do use 4 hours, but mainly on 1 hour. 1 hour is more or less like the median mode for the whole trade. You understand? 1 hour is more or less like the median mode. You can have the lower time frame and your high time frame on 1 hour. And basically 1 hour is still the best because nobody knows the amount of money you have in your account. So if I'm going to be doing any trade, if I do my analysis on a high time frame, that's for long-term traders. You understand? But to make it fair, let it be 1 hour. So for those that have money and even those that have little in their own account, it's going to work out. You get it, please? Or if you want to know based on trend, you can go to the 1 hour H4 and daily time frame. It will help you to see the trend clearly. Now, even if the trend is an upward trend, are we together? Even if the trend is an upward trend, it doesn't mean that in that upward trend, the market might still not sell. It could still sell, you understand, and still continue in that same upward movement. You get it? But on your 1 hour, you'll be able to see some certain things and you pick it up from there. And the zones are not even the same. From 1 hour and daily time frame, they are not the same thing. You understand? They have different zones. But to make it fair, 1 hour is the best. It takes, you'll be able to take along everybody. For those that are positioned and involve scalpers. That's why. Okay? Thank you. All right, so let's move on. US 2000. Let's look at US 2000. Wait us. US 2000. Okay. Still with us, US 2000. Okay. This is US 2000. We're on US 2000 now. Now, yes, on US 2000, price gapped down and after that moved back up to this particular high. And you discover that price has actually respected that zone for a while. Respected that zone for a while because the first time price got close to that point, it got rejected. Got close to it, got rejected, came down, gap down, now returned, did as if it was going to break it, but it didn't. From that same point, respected it, now price came back down. And as of this morning, you can see that price is a little bit choppy here. It's still a little bit, it's not giving any definite direction. So I'll kindly advise you what? Wait. Waiting is the key now, as of now. And part of the reason why this market is a little bit slow is because there's a news coming out today, and the news is a volatile news, you understand? So with investors or traders around the world are a little bit careful on how to trade it. Nobody wants to go in and the market moves against him or her, you understand? So they are a little bit are careful on what to do, you understand? And yes, basically there's a zone around this point. There's a zone around this point. Okay, let's see. There's a little zone around this point. So price is going to be having issues there too. If you look at it basically, let's see. Remember, around that same point, we had this same thing happening. So that could be the same thing repeating itself here before it picks a direction. Let's see. So we should hold on first and see if it's able to now pick a direction, break below this point successfully, then there could be a continuation in the bearish movement. But if that is not the case, it could go back up. But currently, our advice will what? We wait. Waiting is the key on US 2000 as of now. Let's wait and see what price wants to do. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be giving us the opportunity to select the instrument you want us to look at. Then I will we'll do the analysis together and see where exactly price is most likely going. Okay. All right. I can see that some instrument. Okay. Okay. Alibode said, you said you want us to look at USD card again. Okay, so fine. We'll look at USD card again. Yes, some of these instruments are done the analysis on that before, but we'll look at it again. Yes, you see, this is on USD card. This is on 15 minutes time frame. Let me put it back on 1 hour time frame. So we'll see. Now you see on 1 hour time frame, we discover price has actually been a little bit funny here. Okay, price has been funny here, got to this point, came back up, now it's coming back to this same zone again, and it's a little bit stiff. Okay, so what our advice is, let me zoom in a little bit so we can see it clearly. So around this point, even if price is going to sell, wait for it to break below this particular session. If price is able to break below it successfully and closes below it, then you can go for a sell. But if that is not the case, let's hold on because there's a strong zone here. If that is not the case, you wait. Yes, basically, based on what it's showing us, you're going to what? You wait. If that is not the case, you wait. Okay? All right, so let's look at okay. Arubi Emmanuel Ogbaji is saying we should look at gold. Okay, let's look at gold. Let's see what gold is saying. Okay, so basically, based on what we're seeing on gold now, gold is actually just having some issues around where it is now currently because, yeah, it's got up to this high, pulled back. Now it's having issues around this point. For gold, I'll just advise you wait. Wait. Don't go into gold yet. Don't rush into it because if you go into it and you say buy, you could sell. And if you say sell, it could buy. And like we all know, gold for me, it's more of a bullish instrument. It's more of a bullish instrument, always looking for ways to go up and up and up. You understand? That's the way it is on gold. But as it is as of now, I kindly advise you what? Do wait. That's the whole truth. Wait. Waiting is the key as of now. All right. So let's see the next instrument. Okay. Okay. Adewumi Ayodele is saying, please look at Euro USD. Okay, let's look at Euro USD again. All right, just like I said, on Euro USD now, price is a little bit price has been strong for a while on Euro USD. But for me, I'll say before you can, if you want to go for a buy, wait for price to break above this particular zone that has been marked out. You understand on this chart here. Wait for price to break above it successfully. If price is able to go into this zone and break above it successfully, I see price going up. But if that is not the case, then price could have it really, really hard around this point. Price could be choppy around this point. So let's wait and see what price wants to do exactly before we take our move on this particular trade. That's what I would say. Wait for price and see what it wants to do before we take our move on it. Okay, so that's that on Euro USD. Okay, still with us. Okay, Hawa Adamu is saying we should look at GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Let's see what is happening on GBP AUD. Okay, I'm going to choose GBP AUD. Okay, GBP AUD. Okay, so based on what we're seeing on 1 hour time frame, we discover the price has actually been going down. But let's see other time frames, and see what is happening there. Okay, on 4 hours too, it came down to a particular point, and there's a zone around this point where it is now. You understand? In fact, basically, if we want to draw a trend, we could say this point coming. Yes. Okay, so and price is expecting the trend that we are seeing as of now. But yes, it has dropped. It dropped for a while. Okay, let's see on daily time frame, where exactly is it going to? Okay, this is it. If we want to pick it, okay, let's see to make it fair. Okay, all right. So let's see what seeing on 1 hour. Let's see what is going to happen on 1 hour then. Okay, so on 1 hour time frame, there's a zone around this point. A fixed zone is around this point, and price is actually having issues around that point. So unless price is able to break below this point, and let's say after the retest is unable to break back into this zone, that's when it's going to continue. But if price wants to respect, or is going to respect this zone, to see price reversing back to the upside on GBP AUD. That's that on GBP AUD. You understand? As far as price does not break below this particular session where it is now, price is going to go up. Unless it breaks below it, that's when price will have issues. And if you look at it, price came to this point, got rejected, did a retest of that point, and it was unable to break back into that down, you understand, below it, you understand, it respected that zone. So we should expect that, yes, price could move up. Unless price is able to break below this zone and close below it, that's when we say, okay, fine, this is going to be what? A sell. You understand? Okay. That's that on GBP AUD. Let's look at, okay, where else again? All right. Doing saying, please, DE40. Okay, let's look at DE40. Let's look at DE40. DE40. All right. Before I get there, if Oma Nwara is raising up her hand, please drop your message on the chat. Dennis Onichabo too, please drop your chat. Just go to the chat section, just drop it there. I'll read it and I'll respond to it. If Oma Nwara, drop it on the chat.
I dropped, you are not saying it.
Okay, what exactly did you drop there, please?
I said GBP USD. Whenever I drop, you don't see it. Nobody sees it.
GBP USD. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but if I okay, just drop it again now. Drop it again. Once I'm done with DE40, I'll go to GBP USD. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. So DE40. Let's look at DE40. I'm on DE40, and DE40 is on a new high again. You see, this is a German stock, and for DE40, well, I'll just advise we need to be very, very careful because it's on a new high. We need to wait. Nobody knows what it's going to do. It's a new high. Nobody knows what it's going to do exactly. You understand? And because you don't know what it's going to do, let's wait, because it could still break above this point where it is. And if it breaks above it, it could continue like that. So let's hold on and see what price wants to do exactly on DE40. Let's hold on and see what price wants to do. Is it that it wants to break and continue moving up, or it's going to respect this zone and reverse back down? You understand? So let's wait for it and see. If it's unable to break above this particular section successfully, it could come back down. You understand? But if that is not the case, it could continue the movement to the upside. So DE40, wait. You have to wait. You understand? It's a new high. And yes, you need to be very, very careful on that particular point. Let's be careful on DE40 because of the new high. That's that on DE40. Okay. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD. I'm going to look at that now. Okay, so this is GBP USD. Now, basically on GBP USD, if we want to look at it, price got rejected at this point. This is one. I want to look at it based on trend. We'll see that, okay, from this point to this point. Okay, fine. And yes. So around this point, where price is now, price is going to have issues around this point unless it breaks above this successfully. So as far as price does not break above this point, price might have issues going up. But if it's able to break above this section successfully, then we see, I can see price, I can see price coming back to this zone. You understand? You understand? But if that does not happen, price could reverse back to this trend. Reverse back to this trend. So that's that on GBP USD. Let's wait and see. Is price going to break above this point? If price breaks above this point and after the retest is unable to break back into this point, it's coming up. You understand? It's going to come up to this point. But if that is not the case, if price is being rejected by this zone, then it could come back down to this trend here. You understand? So that's that on GBP USD. Okay. All right. So let's look at okay. AY is saying, hello, sir, GBP CHF. All right, let's see what is happening on GBP CHF. GBP CHF. Let's see what is happening there. GBP CHF. All right, currently where price is, there's a zone there. But we can see that, yes, this on GBP CHF, GBP is actually strong compared to CHF. So wait, I'm coming. Let's go online and look at the currency strength meter and see what is happening on CHF. Is it actually strong? I'm coming. Let's see. Okay, as of this morning, GBP is actually strong. In fact, it's gaining strength continuously. It's still gaining strength, and that's why we can see that. Look at the green arrow, and CHF is weak. So on GBP CHF, yes, that's the main reason why price is actually going up now. That's the main reason why price is going up. Yes, on GBP CHF, that's the main reason why price is going up. You understand? Because GBP is what is strong. Okay, so but even with that, there's a zone around where price is. So unless price is able to break above that zone successfully, so let's look at it this way. Okay, based on what we are seeing, if price is able to break above this particular zone successfully, goes into the zone and break above it successfully and closes above it, then we can have a bullish movement on GBP CHF. But if that is not the case, no. You understand? Okay, that's that on GBP CHF. Okay, Dennis Onichobo, you're saying, good morning. Please, what's the best strategy to trade immediately after fundamentals like NFP? Now, the thing is this, in trading fundamentals, there are different ways of trading it. All you need to do is to pick the one that favors you the most. Because, yes, pick the one that favors you the most. Which one favors you the most? The best strategy that favors you, what you do. Because if one person is saying this is how he or she is doing it, and it works for him, might not work for the other person that way. So all the strategies are good. All the strategies are good. All you just need to do is to apply it the right way. That's what I would say, Mr. Dennis. All strategies are good. Just apply the best way. You understand? Just apply it based on the rules of application of these strategies. Apply it the best way, and sure, it will surely work out the right way for you. You understand? That's that on the question. Okay. All right. So at this junction, it's just some 3 minutes to the end of by tonight. So I'll be using this opportunity to thank every one of us that has joined today's morning market review. I may not be able to call each and every one of us by name, but the ones I'm able to see, A1, that in bracket Wisdom, Abiodun, Adedotun Oladimeji, Adeleke David. I can see Aderinle Philip Oyeyemi, Adetunji Olaleka Said, Adeyemi Olalekan, Adiza Usman, Akpo Favor. I can see Aja Guna Bolu Atife, Adewale Oluyole, Alebode Iseidu, Alphonsus Ikediashi, Amin Aliu, Anas Umar. I can see Andrew Jason, Anthony Kayode AY, Anyo Felix Olugbenga, Bello Saidat. You can see Bluefield, Bright, Bulus, Chinedu, Daniel Igenti, Daudu Wakili, Davis Benebo Christopher. Yes, I can see Donald Osemeke, Dennis Onichabo, Donye, Dr. Ken E. Tiswell, Edwin Yemisi. Okay, I might not be able to call everybody's name. You understand? But at the same time, I want you to know that, yes, we value you. We value you. And we're saying thank you for joining Morning Market Review. See you same time next week on Monday. You understand? Next week, Monday. See you same time next week. Understand? Have a lovely weekend ahead. Bye for now.